everybody, and welcome. My name is Jenny. I am with Autism Advocate Parenting Magazine, and we partner with Autism and Us to provide you with some great information every other week. We like to pop on and just give you some good education if you are raising a child on the spectrum. It's information you definitely want to know about so that you can best serve your child. So today we're going to talk about the topic about sleep. I think most of us parents that have a child on the spectrum, a lot of us encounter troubles with our child are either falling asleep or staying asleep. At least I do. I have an 11-year-old son, and he tends to go to bed really late and wake up multiple times in the night. And so hi Linda, hey everybody, drop a line in, say hi. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat. But I wanted to talk about recent research about sleep disturbances and some really interesting information. And so if you don't know already, about 50 to 80% of autistic individuals have some sort of disturbance in relation to their sleep. So either falling asleep or staying asleep. And we know that children who do not get enough sleep show more severe repetitive behaviors, have some social challenges, hyperactivity, inattention, and aggressive behaviors. And unfortunately, the underlying cause of these sleep disturbances in children with autism is very understudied. And so a recent study came out in 2021 that I want to let you know about, and it's kind of interesting, the information that they shared. But to give you a background, researchers have suggested that the greater presence of sleep disturbances in children with autism could stem from sensory sensitivities, so and as well as gastrointestinal problems or anxiety, all of which are comorbid conditions of an individual with autism. So for example, painful constipation may cause a child to wake up several times throughout the night, or severe sensitivities to light, sound, or touch may make it difficult for a child with autism to fall asleep. And so a group of researchers from the National Autism Research Center in Israel conducted a study to take a more in-depth look at the relationship between sensory sensitivities and sleep disturbances in children with autism. So they studied 103 preschool-age children with autism spectrum disorder over an 18-month period, and the results were actually pretty interesting. So the first result that they found was that sleep disturbances were directly correlated with sensory sensitivities. And over time, as sensory sensitivities increased or decreased, so did the sleep disturbances. And so I thought that was quite interesting, because when I look at my son, I never thought that maybe sensory sensitivities could cause an impact on his sleep, so falling asleep as well as staying asleep. The other things that they found was that sleep disturbances in preschoolers with autism were not linked to cognitive abilities, which is great, and that sleep disturbances in preschoolers with autism were not linked to the severity of their autism symptoms. So what does that really mean for you as a parent raising a child on the spectrum? If your child has both sleep difficulties and sensory sensitivities, the study would suggest that these events are actually very linked. And the more sensory issues children have, especially in the tactile and the auditory domains, the more likely they are going to have difficulties with sleep. So this research can really give parents kind of like a hope as well as direction. Interrupted sleep and lack of sleep can severely impact, all of us, like your family, right? In regards to your emotional status and your functionality, at least it does for our family. And if the root of sleep disturbances is sensory sensitivities, working with professionals to address this core problem could actually help improve success with sleep. So kind of neat to give it a try. The researchers involved in this study also are going to be conducting an investigative study on sensory processing interventions to see if sleep quality can be indirectly improved with children with autism by using interventions for sensory issues. So that's another study that's going to come in the future. But I thought that was really interesting, and I just kind of wanted to share that with the group today. So if you want to get in contact with somebody that can help address sensory sensitivities with your child, you never know, it might actually help to improve their sleep as well. So for those of you that already subscribe to Autism Advocate Parenting Magazine, you can find all this information, lots of different information in regards to research studies and what that means for you as parents, as well as expert advice from the top doctors, researchers, and professionals in the world in the field of autism. Tons of free printable resources, as well as stories of hope and inspiration and advocacy. If you're not subscribed already, we do have a discount code with Autism and Us. Autism and Us is an amazing charity. And so when you actually subscribe through Autism and Us, it gives back to the charity while giving you an incredible discount and a ton of freebies on your account as well. So you can subscribe at autismadvocateparentingmagazine.com/Autism and Us. Use the coupon code for a monthly or premium subscription, Autism and Us, all capitals, all squished together in one word, and you'll see a great, incredible discount, and you'll have some free surprises on your account. I will mention with the premium subscription, you actually have access to an article directory on all the articles ever produced, and broken down by topic. So if you're having trouble with your child because they are not falling asleep or staying asleep and having sleep issues, you can go to the topic of sleep and find tons of incredible articles. In fact, I think it was last month, we had a great article by Dr. Julie Kudis, who gave us a guide to behavioral sleep intervention, and how to help your child that way. We also have research on sleep patterns of autistic individuals, as well as we have an article on medication and treatment and what some parents have used in regards to medication for their child, and if it was really effective and if it wasn't. And that's by Dr. Nora Friedman, and she gives us kind of like an outline on medications for a variety of things, including sleep. And then we have a research article on melatonin. Is it really effective? Is it not? But you can find out all the results there, as well as a listening program to help your child go to sleep based on some incredible studies as well. So I just wanted to let you know that premium option. Again, you can go to autismadvocateparentingmagazine.com/Autism and Us, and definitely make sure to use the coupon code Autism and Us so that you get a great discount as well. So hopefully this information served you and your family to learn a little bit more about sleep and the research that's come out linking sensory sensitivities and sleep together. And maybe that's just another kind of added information and education to your belt, to help you make decisions with your child, and interventions and things that can help your child with some of their challenges in the future. All right, thanks everybody, and have a great Tuesday. Bye.